Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a 47 degree Friday the 10th of July. What's the temperature supposed to be today? 74th, the predicted high today. Well, boy, it was foggy this morning. There's some thick fog out there. And anything that's metal or wood or whatever, just got like a little wet, dewy look to it. It's weird. It almost feels like a fall morning out here. Has that kind of coolness to it. But it's Friday. Gonna head to the workstead. We're definitely gonna have to mow the lawn this week. That's pretty cool. As early as July, I'm able to skip a week. I may regret it a little bit, but it's not horribly bad. It's just in spots. But let's roll to the Southland. Y'all come on along. 65 degrees and pure sunshine out there. It says 70. I thought it said 79 earlier, but it's supposed to be about 80 degrees here today.
Yeah, it's going to be warm.
Yeah, like 74 or so in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at Toledo. But anyway, we're going to dive on in there and start a Friday off.
Yay.
Yay for Friday.
Yes, very much so. As a Tucker unit.
Yeah, it seemed like a very long week. Well, it's our first full week since we had our vacation. So that first one's always, I don't know, that extra day just seems to be like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's dive on in there, Mama.
All right.
Have yourself a wonderful Friday.
You too.
And the weekend will start faster than you know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Love. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
So I'll let this thing cook overnight. You guys remember when I was first working on this thing, I said I need to leave it on the charger overnight, and I never did. So she's down to 0.3. That's about where they're all happy. But this is all done. It these tires got all the stuff in the notes. I need to bring what did I do with the RO? Oh, that's it. Turned upside down over there. But sent a case file off for the Ryker. See what they say about that. That's a bunch of ghost codes and how they completely go away and then return and go away and then return, all when you're riding. And it seems to be when you slow down, come to a stop. It's very strange. And for that many modules to go out, there's a gremlin somewhere in that thing. And I don't think it was anything to do with him putting a battery in it. I did something. How long did it sit? What's the story on this thing? So today I wanted to charge this, and I keep running across needing to charge a LiFePO battery. The craziest thing is how these things literally feel like there's nothing in them. It always freaks me out. But this thing's got a jump start thing built into it. It's kind of wild. Built-in jump starting. If the thing conks or whatever, it must have a reserve somewhere. You click that button, and it says press to restart. And that's kind of cool feature. So, there's one. I think there's two. I think there's one in the boat barn, and there's one upstairs. But every time I go up to when I need to charge a LiFePO battery, I got to fight for the charger. And the one that they're using, it's like, I don't know, it's like basically it's about $120. And I go, well, Ryan got one for at home because he's got the KTM, the erases. It's got the LiFePO battery in it. And I go, man, that thing wasn't bad. And he ended up buying the thing. He goes, well, I got plenty, Optimates at home, but nothing to do a LiFePO battery. So I was up there looking at what we had, and what it was, and I think this is what he got. It's the Optimate 2, but it's the Duo. So it automatically detects whether you have, standard AGM gel battery or, any kind of a LiFePO style battery. It auto detects. And the nice thing is it goes up to 2 amps, where all the other ones are 0.8. Now it can go up to that. And there's 5 steps, and there's the instructions explain all the steps it goes through. But $80, I got it. Employee costs that we get. So Kelly goes, "You really need to have that?" I said, "Well, I need them all the time, it seems like lately, and that's the way things are going." What's weird is the LiFePO batteries that the BMWs came with. There a few of them had like the RRs and Rs. I think all the M5s, whatever the fancy ones were, I think all came with the LiFePOs. And I think like 3 different times just to make sure. I said, how are we supposed to do diagnostic? It needs to be a steady 11.5 volts. He goes, "Just put the charger on it." He goes, "The bike's charging, it doesn't know." I said, "Well, what about, if it's out of the bike and you're charging?" He goes, "Just use the BMW charger." He goes, they got a thing that there's something in the battery that handles putting a regular charger to it. Now, why all the battery? Well, if you see the price of one of those Xi BMW LiFePOs, you'll know what I mean. So, these last 2 I haven't charged them in a while, because I did. Well, there was 3 sitting there. I did those 3, a standard, limited, the glossy one of those sold while I was gone. The red, the Mars red Sea to Sky that was here. They're both gone. That got pulled from down here. So I have 3 Sea to Skies and 1 just standard limited. And I didn't get to these. I'm leaving. I didn't want to leave my charger out. So now I can charge these things. So I put that anti-gravity battery, the LiFePO, on there, and it didn't take no time for that thing to charge up. So I turn the key on. I have it set. All these down here set that when you turn the key on, it'll tell you what the voltage of the battery. Well, it's 11.8. I haven't seen what this is. They need to be what I've learned with the new TFT dashes is it needs to be no lower than like 12.2. Anything below 12.2 coming through the dash. Now there's some loss going through by the time it gets to the dash. If I actually go to the battery, I'll see somebody's been messing with the round here. That one's even worse, 12.6. So that one needs to be on the cooker too. Dang it. I only got 1 cable that reaches this far out. But this thing, it's got different features on it. One of the steps, when it's flashing, that means it's in a deep state. It's needing some help to get her back up. It's not telling you that it's bad. It's just, I think it does it in pulses. It hits them with a high voltage, the 2 amp max, but it does it in little sections. I think maybe the flashing is denoting that's what it's doing. I was reading the book there briefly. If you get this one going off, that means you got the polarity wrong or something's drastically wrong. And this one is the different states of float that it goes into. But this one, it's showing you this is the one that's going to give it the coal. So it'll pulse for a while, and then it should go solid, and that's when it's going to just throw a steady. The LiFePOs, I learned this from BMW. They like a really high voltage with not so much amperage. They like the high voltage. And that like desulfates them if any of that's going on. It's just they haven't been charged in a while. And of course, once it's done, I'll take the tester and see what kind of condition it's in. Yeah. Anyway, that's my story there. Oh, And always do the same thing. Take a grinder with a, with a round ball. If you can, I don't know if you can make the texture that I actually grind my name into it. Yeah, phone's not going to show it right. And then I just take a marker and mark it. Because anybody with we got cans of contact cleaner and brake cleaner. You don't want to use brake cleaner on it, but contact cleaner. And you just, people mark stuff with a Sharpie. Well, somebody damps a rag with some contact cleaner and goes, magic marker goes away. Grind your dadgum name in there. So I've got another Honda one in my toolbox there. I actually have a, what's it called? Sears used to sell them all the time. My dad had them old Chargers at home. Had a really, really old one until Ryan was charging one of his trucks out there in the driveway when he still lived home. And he goes, well, I put it under the car, but it leaked down the seam of the hood and trickled down the fender well and zapped that thing. Oh, I thought this was another Honda. But see, the same thing. Just grind your name into that thing. This is the one I've been using on all the Spyders down here. I think I've got another extension cord. That's my... Oh, that's it right here. This is my little personal... It's just a short thing. I think it might be 10 feet long. That's when I'm doing stuff up here. And that one, that red one I was using, if you could tell that was red, it was a red cord. I thought there was another one down here, but extension cords like that one gets locked up in my box. You leave anything like that around and I can be here all day long, not a single soul, but service riders that come down here. But when I'm not here or over a weekend, they're down here. And I know they're down here because this happens. I don't know who had a bike down here, but somebody did a burnout with a motorcycle. That's got to be a Spyder or a Ryker. But you see them down here. I don't do this. I never do the burnouts. But you see them all over on the floor. It's not necessary. Not necessary to do the burnouts. But we had a guy that's no longer with us for other reasons that would come down here and do that. But this was new over last weekend. That was there when I came back after the trip. I don't remember exactly what was sitting there when I left, but I don't know if they're just dropping them in gear with your hand on the throttle or something. I have no idea. Or you're just goosing it. When these 1330s, when they started, when they're cold, it's temperature controlled, the HCM. And due to the temperature, it won't aggressively grab the clutch. You'll notice they kind of almost sound like you're doing the old Joey slip clutch with them when they're cold. That's why it's really hard. Okay, especially if I do a big service, I want to get it on the rack while it's hot. Because when it's cold, man, it seems like I'm taking about 10,000 miles worth of life out of that clutch trying to get them up there. But I got a way I kind of rock and push forward on the bars. I got a way to get them up there, but I like putting them up when they got some temperature in them. If not, I just let them sit outside and idle for a little bit and roll them up here. These things act like they're doing the Joey slip clutch all the time. If you ever, I don't know why you would, but if you're looking for a V-twin, the 990, 991, older Spyders, get the manual. Do not go for the SE5. Go for the SM5. You don't have to worry about, well, you do need to keep the RPMs above 4,000 RPMs while you're riding because the purge system doesn't function. And you can do something about that, but I can't discuss that at all because that's an emissions item that, as far as I'm concerned, has to be there. But if you're smart and you do some research, gotta be careful because these things will catch on fire if you mess around with stuff like that. But yeah, there's a way around stuff. There always is. But you don't want to get caught, and you better not live in a place that you get the old sniffer stuck up the exhaust. You'd be in trouble. But no technician that works at any dealership will ever touch anything like that. You're talking fines that you won't ever be able to pay for. And the dealership gets it too. So you probably lose your job, have this crazy fine. On this thing, it would cost me about $20,000 if I got caught altering an emission item on one of these. And it would cost the store $200,000. It's per incident, which means per cylinder. That would be $30,000 and $300,000 for the triples. So needless to say, you don't want to do it to a Goldwing with 6 cylinders, or a God help them if they still make them, the K1600s, those 6 cylinders. That would be brutal. That would be bad. Anyway, just a quick little chat there. We still have, well, exactly, 2 hours and 3 minutes of daylight, to be exact. But clouds came in, and I was getting ready, and all of a sudden, like, the sun's going away. And boy, as soon as it does that Sasha freaks out. Why do you always wrap around me when I have something in my other hand? Make me do the spin around. She always goes to the right till you got the phone in your hand. Then she'll go to the left. But, needless to say, Raylan's not coming tonight. Danny is still... There's no firecrackers going on all day, but he's just Christy said he hung in the house all day. The dog's got an unusual fear of firecrackers. Yesterday, he camped out in our bedroom, in Kelly and I's bedroom in the bathroom, all night long. Kelly said she got him to go out in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, comes right in, and that's where he was when I got up to get ready this morning. Still in the bathroom. Meathead. And he's got his little spot that he sleeps at out in the living room while Kelly's catching up on all the Facebook stuff. And he's hanging out there. He's looking at me like, please don't make me go. They're all loading up in the car. They'll be rolling out here in a second. But anyway, just Sasha and I again. No, I know what's over there and you're not getting to it. No, absolutely not. And the kids will be all at their dad's this weekend. That was my wave with Sasha in one hand and the camera in another. I'm sure that looked really weird. There's literally nothing in her walk tonight. How she goes from left rear paw to right rear paw, I have no idea. I noticed when I was talking about Christy, then coming out, Christy was going, why does it look like she's limping on her right paw now? I was just talking to the peeps. I think she's favoring the right side now. Well, now she don't have either side. Maybe she's dyslexic with her pains. Like me pointing right and saying, look over there to the left. Crazy. Crazy how the mind works. Goofy mutt. She sure has been all about hanging with me at night here lately. I think it's just the fireworks that one day she decided, nope, I'm not going. That's too many they were huge bangs. I mean, like I said, I got that in the video. I'm gonna lose some windows over that one. And there was like 2 of those. And that was it for Danny. And that's been it for him for, the 3rd day now. Sure is beautiful out here with that contrast of the clouds shading the mountain. And then the trees down at the foothills of it are all lit. No, you're not going down into the swamp. Look how much she pulls. That's crazy. Don't she? I know that swamp water down there. As Danny goes down there and hears splash, boom. Let's roll back, she. Mama's sitting up there all by herself with nobody but Danny to protect her. Which I think that dog would go ballistic on somebody. Boy, he's really protective of Raylynn. You gotta watch when she's out playing and you know, like Walmart's or something comes up and delivers something. He gets a little wild, but oddly enough, he listens to her. She tells him to stop, and he goes running up to her. But he'll stand right there next to her and just eyeball that boy or lady, whoever it is. So he's a good boy. Sasha, she just barks. I think if somebody came after her, she'd probably run the other way. All right, let's head up. You've been doing a lot of stops here. You're not doing any. You're not making my workout thing look worth a hoot today. Sasha, there you go. She stirred up some quail. One was on the ground. She ran after it. About 3 or 4 flew off. There's still one in there somewhere. You can hear it doing that weird little sound they make. He's still in there somewhere. I can't see it. I never seen him on the ground, to be honest with you, until she lunged after him. Oh, holy moly. They were all herded up in there. See, I just wonder what you just imagine you're seeing down there, Sasha. Boy, they can sure sit still. They're in those trees. You get too close, they freak out and fly through the trees, and I don't know how they don't hurt themselves. They're banging off of limbs, but somehow or another are still maintaining some sort of a flight. Crazy birds. Made it back to the house. It was nice. It does seem humid out here. It just has that thickness to it. But that was a nice little walk. She got her run in. Look at this. Here in a little bit, the clouds are going to move away and the sun's going to come back out. That'll be all pretty. Then it'll get dark again, and then Sasha will decide she wants to go for a walk again. But anyway, going to roll out from this and go do the little goodbye vlog that we did when we got home and call it a night. And try to work on some more of the road trip videos and get those things done. But appreciate you coming along for the walk. Well, hello there, YouTube. Madison and that crazy sound she makes when we get home. And the look on her face, she does this wow, wow, twists her jaw and head around. It's the craziest thing you ever seen.
Knothead.
She is a goofy mutt. But Friday was pretty much uneventful for me. Kelly says it didn't have as many less than friendly customers today as she did yesterday. So all was good. The nice thing is it's Friday and it's weekend time.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little beanie bop sitting out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to roll with that and start our weekend.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke zone. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. You guys have a wonderful Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. All right.
And we see you tomorrow.
We'll see you then. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.